How to Trap a Tiger, chapters 22 through 24. Chapter 22. The cork slips from the jar with a loud pop, then, softer, a hissing sound. The starlight in the jar seems to spill out, a whole Milky Way tripping over the edge, and the tiger moves closer. She closes her eyes, presses her whiskers against the rim, and drinks the stars. The basement dances with color, deep blue and orange and purple, and for a second I can almost hear the roar of an ocean. I can almost taste the scent of the sea. As the tiger drinks, the glass in my hand gets lighter and lighter until it feels like air. And when she finishes, she steps back, smacking her lips. Ah, she says, I have missed that one. Then she begins. Long, long ago, when man walked like tiger, when nights were dark as ink, long before the sun and the moon and even the stars, there was a girl born of two worlds. She had two sets of skin and she could shift as she pleased, tiger to human, human to tiger. She loved her magic and she loved both worlds equally. The problem was she had to keep it secret. The world around her was divided into two. Humans didn't trust tigers, and tigers didn't trust humans, and neither wanted a traitor sleeping in their caves. So the girl of two worlds lived two lives. By day she was human, by night she was tiger. But this, I'm afraid, is an exhausting way to live. Tigers are wild, out of control. They speak the truth and swallow the world. They are always wanting more. But human girls, she was told, are not meant for wanting. They are meant for helping. They are meant for quiet. And sometimes the tiger girl would mix up her lives. She would feel the wrong things at the wrong time. Too much feeling as a human, too much fear as a tiger. It would be much easier to be only one thing. Even worse, her secret made her lonely. She had friends and family in both forms, but nobody knew her true heart. What a terrible way to live, she thought, but she lived that way anyway. She carried her secret locked away inside her until one day her body shifted and changed into a new way. She was going to have a baby. A baby born of two worlds, born with the same magic, the same curse. But the tiger girl, now a tiger mother, knew what she had to do. She wouldn't let her child live a life split in two, so the tiger girl asked her human mother to protect the baby and left to climb the tallest mountain, up and up until she reached the sky god. I have never once complained, she told him, but I am doing this for my daughter. I'm asking you to spare her, take away her magic, turn us both human, and lock our tiger side away. The sky god was not pleased. He does not typically grant favors, but she begged and begged. So the sky god said, Yes, fine, I will grant your wish. I can take away your magic and your babies. But first, your baby must live alone in a cave for 100 days without the sun. Oh, and she can only eat mugwort. The tiger girl was horrified. She wouldn't trap her baby in a cave. Was there another way? Please, 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 she begged and begged some more. The sky god was annoyed. What a difficult woman. But he figured this whole situation was kind of his fault. He'd accidentally given her a second skin. So he said, Yes, fine, there is another way. I will lock away your daughter's magic in exchange for your help. If you must know, I am getting old. I mean, of course, I am still smart and strong and handsome, etc. But one day I will need someone to replace me. Come live as a sky princess in my sky castle and learn my magic. In return, I will grant your wish. So the tiger girl agreed, and the sky god, oh so generous, gave her one last day with her daughter. The tiger girl was sad to leave her baby, but she knew her child would be safe. Her daughter would never be lost and lonely in her secrets. Before she left, the tiger girl hugged her baby goodbye and cried and cried. And when the last tear fell from her eye, it turned into a pearl, a final goodbye, a pendant for her daughter to wear, right above her heart bone. Goodbye, she whispered, and be safe. Then she had to go. The sky god sent down a rope or a staircase, it depends on who you ask, and she climbed up and up into her castle. Living in the Sky Kingdom is expensive, so the tiger girl found a job. The night was very dark and somebody needed to light it. When the tiger is done, the night seems a notch brighter, as if there's one more star in the sky, but I could be imagining it. The tiger licks her lips, slurping up bits of stardust. Her eyes close as if she's savoring it. I can't quite explain the way the story settled in my chest. I know it's not like it's I know what it's like to carry a tiger secret, unable to tell my family because it would scare them. And I feel like the story lit up a piece of me, a piece I thought was hidden. I don't know how I feel about it, but I know how I feel about something else. I hate the tiger girl. I hate that the tiger girl left her baby. What if the baby needed her? She could have figured out another way. She didn't have to go. You're angry, the big cat says softly. I'm not. I feel silly because it's just a story. I know it shouldn't affect me so much, and I know why it did. Maybe this is what Helmoni meant by a bad story. It's okay, she says, to feel out of control. Why did Helmoni want to hide this story? My fingers find the pendant around my neck and I pinch it tight. Is this pearl? Was that about her? Was that her story? Little one, this is an ancient story. Do not worry about who it once belonged to. It belongs to the sky now, for all of us to see. There's something sad and lost in her voice, something that says there's more to the story. I try to read her, but when she tilts her head, her eyes fall back into shadow. In the dark, they are unknowable, like a night without stars. I spin the necklace between the pads of my fingers, feeling like there's something I'm missing. So what now? Will Helmoni feel better? Eventually, she says, but not yet. We've only just begun, and there are consequences to telling the truth. I paused. I thought you said this would help her. The truth is always painful, especially when it's been hidden so long. There are bound to be unexpected complications. She shrugs, trying to look casual, but her muscles are tense as they ripple beneath her fur. Anyway, bring me the next star jar tomorrow at 2 a.m., and I will tell you another story. Oh, and bring some rice cakes too. It's the least you can do if we must meet in this stuffy basement. Wait, I say, what consequences? What if I don't like them? What if I change my mind? I realize now that I've agreed to do something I don't understand. She licks her lips again. I'm afraid you don't have a choice. You've already released the story. You've heard the beginning, but your Halmoni can't heal until we reach the end. She turns away from me and walks back up the stairs. The steps don't creak beneath her. It's like she's made of air. It will get worse before it gets better, little egg, she says without looking back. But if you do what I say, it will get better. Trust me. Chapter 23. The next afternoon, I announce, I need to make some rice cakes. When I walk downstairs, Mom and Halmoni are sitting together at the dining table, and I join them, plopping myself into a chair. I try to smile like, haha, normal, no tigers here. Oh, yes, Halmoni says. That sounds good, little one. We make that later. Or, now? What about now? Sam sprawled out on the couch, cell phone hovering in the air, or hovering in front of her face, but she glances over me with a raised eyebrow. I ignore her. Mom takes a breath and plasters a grin on her face. Actually, I was thinking we should all go out today. It would be nice to get out of the house. Do something, as a family. We could make rice cakes as a family, I say. Halmoni can teach us now. How? Mom's fake smile gets even faker. Lily, that sounds so fun. Maybe after we go out? Sam lowers her phone. Mom's obsessed with going out because Halmoni keeps bugging her about the boxes. Mom clears her throat. That's not. But Halmoni says to me, your mother moved boxes yesterday. I tell her no good. I tell her spirits no like. But of course she don't listen. I dig my nails into my palms and nod, even though I feel like there's a giant sign above my head that says, it was me. Anyway, Mom says through a gritted smile, that's not why. I just thought it would be nice because Halmoni was saying how good she felt today. Now that Mom mentions it, Halmoni does look good. She's curled her hair. She's even wearing a pop of pink lipstick, which she hasn't done in a while. But that only makes me want to bake now before she needs to rest again. Sam shrugs. Can we go to lunch at that Asian restaurant on the corner of Willow and Vine? I turn to give Sam the stink eye. Somehow, she's only interested in doing stuff as a family when it conflicts with my plans. Mom frowns. Really? Why? I'm in the mood, Sam says. That place is just a little. Mom makes a face like she's smelling rotten garlic, but trying to be polite about it. Well, it's not authentic. Yeah, I chime in. So we should stay. Sam interrupts. Mom, I'm just saying. I'm just suggesting. I'm just trying to spend some time with my family. Mom sighs. Okay, fine, as long as Halmoni's okay with it. I get this sudden balloon pop urge to cry, but Halmoni claps her hand and smiles. Yes, good, they have the best sweet sour, my favorite. So I'm outnumbered, and we all get ready to go. But as we pile into the car, Halmoni turns to me. Later, I teach you rice cakes, she whispers. I promise. The restaurant sign says Dragon Time in red curly-Q letters, and two stone lions sit by the doors, guarding the entrance. I haven't been here in ages, Mom says as she ushers us inside. They have good sweet sour, Halmoni reminds us, and Mom sighs. Inside, the walls are lined with shoji screens painted with pink cherry blossoms. Red paper lanterns hang from the ceiling, and a gold cat statue sits in the corner, waving, hello, hello. But I'm fixated on the painting right above the hostess stand. It's a classic Korean painting of a tiger with eyes as big as and round as rice cakes. It looks like it's laughing. Suddenly I feel sweaty. It's too hot in here. Sam, Mom hisses, what are you doing? I glance over at my sister, who's nervously scanning the entire restaurant, all jittery in her skin, like she's looking for something. Only I can't tell if she wants to find it or if she's afraid to. Nothing, Sam snaps, turning as red as the lanterns. For a second, I wonder if she's looking for the tiger. But no, I don't let myself hope. A girl, probably around Sam's age, walks over to us. She's got chopsticks stuck in her blonde hair and big, round chocolate chip cookie eyes. Hi, I'm Olivia, and I'll be taking care of you today. This way to your table. When she leads us through the restaurant, I catch disappointment on Sam's face, but it flits away fast. Olivia sits down with her hand and hands out menus, and Halmoni orders sweet and sour pork, sweet and sour shrimp, and sweet and sour beef, just to start. As soon as Olivia's out of earshot, Sam says, it's like an Asian stereotype vomited all over this place. Then she looks at Halmoni and swallows and studies her menu very hard. I think of Halmoni throwing up on the road and study my own menu, even though I'm not reading any of the sashimi options. I haven't been here since the 90s, and it hasn't gotten much better, Mom says. But man, this brings back memories. I ask, are you happy that you left? Do you regret leaving? Do you regret coming back? But only silently, in my head. Halmoni laughs and wags her finger. Oh, you mother in the 90s. Her mom raises her eyebrows at Halmoni. Excuse me? Halmoni giggles. So troublemaker. Mom tries to look annoyed but ends up smiling. Okay, whatever you say. I look back and forth between them. Halmoni said that before. Halmoni said that before, but I still can't picture it. Mom loves rules. What did she do? I asked. How did she get into trouble? Mom laughs. Halmoni is being overdramatic as usual. I sneak a look at my sister, and it's a coin flip moment. Are we on the same side or different? Sam leans forward. Come on, Halmoni, tell us mom stories. Then she flashes a small smile at me, and my heart fills up. I think the tiger was wrong about consequences because this is the happiest my family has been since we moved here. Halmoni whispers to Sam and me, so many boyfriends. Mom had a lot of boyfriends? I ask. Mom, psst. No, I did not. Halmoni tisks. So many, always sneaking out to see them. Sam makes a choking noise, and for the first time, I wonder about Sam dating. I've never thought about her having boyfriends. Mom clears her throat. First of all, that's not true, and Halmoni was the troublemaker. You know, she made your poor father eat mud. What? Sam asks. Normally, when someone mentions Dad, Sam turns shadowy, but right now she just looks surprised. Interested. Like telling stories about Dad is something fun instead of something terrible. Mud good for him, Halmoni says. Her eyes are happy and sad at the same time, in the missing him way. He always talking story. Talking stories. So much talking. But no thinking. Aye. Mud helped to keep him grounded. Think before you speak. Mom snorts. It was horrible. I made a milkshake for him, Halmoni said. A milkshake with a little bit mud mixed in. But he'd take you mom away. That is bad. Little bit of mud? Not that bad. Sam raises an eyebrow at me like, can you believe? And I furrow mine back like, Halmoni is wild. What happened? I asked. Could he taste it? Did he know? Ignoring my question, Mom turns to Halmoni. He didn't take me away. I went to college. Halmoni leans forward and whispers loudly, laying on the guilt. She's supposed to come back after. But he'd take her. She leave poor little Halmoni for a white man. But you mother too little to know better. Mom's jaw ripples. Nobody took me away, she repeats. I left on my own. I just wanted to leave. I wanted to leave. As soon as she says it, she swallows like she wants to rewind her words. But she can't. No takebacks. The happy family moment evaporates. I look at Sam, but she's busy rubbing her chopsticks together like she's going to start a fire and burn everything down. Olivia arrives with our sweet and sour dishes. Here's your starters, she chirps. Are you ready to order entrees? We'll need another minute, Mom says with her classic fake smile. Olivia bobblehead nods and leaves. We stare at the food for a few long seconds until Mom says, might as well eat, and leans forward, scooping some shrimp to serve us. No, no, Halmoni shouts, too loud. The couple at the next table to us looks over and then looks away. Halmoni puts her hand on Mom's and forces her to set down the serving spoon. We wait for spirits. Mom's smile tightens. Not here, all right? We're at a restaurant. You listen, Halmoni says to Mom. Then to me, Lily, you set table. My palms sweat. It's really, really hot in here. What do you mean? We have to finish Kosa. Where Andy? He come help us. Sam chews on her fingernail. Dad's not, she starts, but Mom interrupts. He's at work. He'll be home soon, she says. Halmoni looks around, but she's not really seeing. Her eyes shine like glass. She says something in Korean, something none of us can understand. Mom, I whisper, what's happening? Remember we talked about this, Mom says quietly. Sometimes Halmoni slips into the wrong place or the wrong time. If Halmoni is seeing things that aren't there, if she's not here, then it's almost like she's not really Halmoni anymore. She stands and walks over to the table next to us, singing a Korean lullaby as she picks up the man's plate. He sets his chopsticks on the table, making a startled sound. Mom jumps up. Mom, no, we don't need to do that. She takes the plate from Halmoni and returns it to the man, apologizing. It's okay, she says, it's okay, he says, sympathy in his eyes. We know, Aicha, if there's anything we can do to help. But there's nothing they can do because Halmoni moves around the table, taking the woman's plate and setting it on our table. Danger is coming, so we make danger go away, she explains. Kosa. Only it's not Kosa, it's consequences. Halmoni, Sam murmurs. Sam's always bearing her fear, trying so hard not to be a QAG. But now she's afraid. Quiet. Which makes everything worse. Across the restaurant, a baby starts to cry, screaming its heart out. And I know I must have cried like that because I can't imagine being so loud about my feelings, screaming when I need to say, my world is not right. Mom, I whisper as Halmoni tries to take another plate. We should go. Aside from the baby, the whole restaurant is silent as people watch, pretending this isn't the worst moment of all time, pretending this is okay. Halmoni drops someone's plate and it shatters on the floor, spilling soy sauce and something goo all over her shoes. One of the busboys runs over and tries to help, but nobody really knows what to do. And then Mom, who is so good at acting normal, who is always fake smiling, is grabbing Sam and me and shoving Halmoni out the door, hurting all of us, saying, go, 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 all while Halmoni shouts about spirits and Kosa and danger, and the gold cat statue waves, goodbye, goodbye. And Sam keeps her head down, and I try to ignore that sweaty, hot, flashing, fainting feeling. Then we're outside. In the parking lot, Mom fumbles with the car door handle before thunking her head against the window. I forgot my purse inside, she murmurs. Will you girls get in and leave a couple of 20s on the table for the bill? Sam stays right where she is, but I nod. I swallow and walk back to the restaurant because I have to. Even though it's a too hot, bad place, and everyone is staring, and I don't want to. I keep my head down as I fast walk past the diners, grab Mom's purse, and throw money into the table. I pass the tiger panting, and I'm almost out the door when the waitress shouts, Wait, excuse me, sorry, wait. She runs up behind me, and I don't want to cry, but my throat feels swollen like I might. I don't know if I paid enough, or if she's mad about the food Halmoni dropped, or if she wants to ban me from the restaurant forever. Here's your food, she says, holding out a bag of takeout containers with our sweet and sour dishes inside. I murmur a thank you, and she holds out her other hand, shoving something into my palm. It's a pile of hard candies, the fruit ones they always give away at restaurants. Oh, I say, staring at them. I feel I feel everyone very carefully not looking at us, very intentionally not listening. Okay. It's not enough, she says softly, but my grandpa had Alzheimer's, and I know how hard it is. He was always forgetting who we or where he was and who we were, and I'm just really sorry it's happening to you. I want to tell her that this isn't the same because Halmoni would never forget us. This is just a side effect of releasing the star story. But she's going to get better, so it's not like the waitress's grandpa. But it's still nice that this girl cares. Thanks, I say, and I hold the candies against my chest until it hurts a little less. Chapter 24. Thanks for your help, girls, Mom says as we drive home from the restaurant. Sam sits in the passenger seat, and Halmoni sits in the back with me, sleeping with her head on my shoulder. I stay very still so I don't wake her. Mom takes a breath. At Halmoni's last doctor's appointment, the prognosis wasn't good. She could have had a couple months or maybe just a week, but that's why I want to make the most of the good days. We just don't know. Mom's words hang in the air for a few seconds, sucking up the oxygen. And then Sam explodes. Are you kidding me? This is so unfair. We come all this way, and now she's just going to die? Halmoni stirs next to me, but doesn't wake. Sam, quiet, I say. My words fall flat. I can't think straight. We're here to spend time with her, Mom says, to make the most of what we have. What if there's another way? I ask, careful to keep my voice low. What if there's something we can do? Of course, Mom doesn't understand what I mean. There are a few treatments, she explains, but they have so many side effects, and it's never a sure thing. Harmony isn't interested in that. Side effects, consequences. Why does hope always come at a price? Sam says, well, it's worth it. If she can live longer, can't you just make her do them? Mom grips at the steering wheel tighter. We have to respect Halmoni. This is her choice, not ours. Yeah, but if there's something we can do and you're not doing it, you're basically killing her. Sam's words slice through me, but I don't make any noise. Mom says, it's not like that. Sam scoffs in disagreement. It's in God's hands now, Mom says, even though her words tilt up at this end as if it's a question. Outside, the world goes green, gray, and I look for the tiger, but she's not there. For once, Sam's words are soft. What if I don't believe in God? Silence rings in my ears, and then Mom says something that moms are never supposed to say. I don't know. I scoot closer to Halmoni and curl my fingers into hers. She's fast asleep, but I imagine she's tracing my lifeline with her thumb. I imagine she's saying, everything is not fine, but it will be, because I'll make it be. Mom doesn't see any other way. Sam doesn't believe in anything, but I do. And if they can't help Halmoni, I will. After we guide Halmoni up the outdoor steps and into her room, after Sam disappears into her headphones and cell phone, I tell Mom I need to make rice cakes. Mom runs her hand over my hair and kisses my forehead. Not today, honey. I'm sorry. Maybe tomorrow. I shake my head. It has to be today. I can't wait. I have to. Mom steps back, unsure what to do about my sudden fierceness. Tomorrow, all right? I promise. I just don't want to do anything noisy or distracting for Halmoni. We need to keep the house quiet today, and we can't do anything that might upset her. I don't understand how making rice cakes will upset Halmoni, but Mom won't budge. So when she checks on Halmoni, I call Ricky. Hey, I say when he answers, can I come over?